Okay, here we are in chapter 38. We're going to be building a IK rig for spider's legs. Okay, and we're going to be using the IK limb solver for this, which is very similar to the HIIK. Okay, but it's specifically made for limbs. Okay, let's see. Now, let me go ahead and start off by selecting this point here. I'm going to go to Animation, IK Solvers, and IK Limb Solver. Now, the IK Limb Solver depends on 3 bones. It depends on the hip bone, depends on the upper leg, and the lower leg. Okay, now, since I selected it and invoked the IK Solver, it's now giving me the dash line, and it's showing me where I need to go to, I'm telling it where I need to go to control the object, and it's just giving me the dash line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the Select by Name window, and I'm going to invoke the right foot bone, and I'm going to pick that one, and voila, okay, it's right there. Now let's see. So like I said, it really kind of works a lot, very similar to the regular HIIK. Okay, and you can see I can lift it up here and move it over and then drop it back down. So let me go ahead and set up auto key, and I'm going to set key there, and then I'm going to move one over maybe in 10 frames, move it up and over, and then move one over again another 20 frames, and then drop it back down, and then scoot it up forward. Okay, so we can see that its movement is going to be like this. Okay, and then you're going to have to do that to all the other legs. Okay, online I found that there was a sequence somebody had worked out for the placement of all these insect feet during a walk cycle. So I'm going to try and find that, and I'll get it to you as soon as I can. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, so that's the limb IK solver. We're going to push off now to the spline IK solver. Okay, here we are back in chapter 38, working on the last tutorial, which is the IK spline tool. And this tool is good for any animal that might have a long tail, things like snakes, those type of things, dinosaur tails as well. So if you remember that in class we were going through the rigging process on creating the bone setup, at least for this alligator. And so what we notice here, let's go ahead and notice that there's a yellow line or yellow spline that the author placed in here, and that yellow spline will be read by the Spline IK, and we'll have little control boxes placed in here for us to be able to manipulate the tail with, when it comes time to animation. So let's see. Let me go ahead and make this easy on me. So I'm going to go in here and turn off the alligator's body here. Bear with me for a sec here. I'm going to get the jawbone and all that stuff. I'm going to turn off. Close that out. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to go select the bone right here at the end. I'm going to go to Animation, IK Solvers, Spline IK, and I'm going to move this pointer over here to the end of this bone. Okay, and I'm going to drag it all the way to the last bone of the tail chain. Okay, right there. Okay, and then dragging another line appears. Okay, I don't want to lose this, and I don't want to accidentally miss it, but I have to now choose the spline. I'm going to carefully kind of pick that. Okay, there we go. And the tail moves into position to where the spline was. You see that? Worked kind of neat. So now what you can do during animation time is come and select the controller boxes here and lift up and move it and animate it in any which way you want or you need to. So this is kind of a very handy device. Now I've used this device for an actual spine of a person. So you can use it for, just as it indicates, is a spine, or you can use it for long tails or for snakes. Okay, that seems to do it for the last of the chapter 38 tutorials, and I'm going to move on into cat, setting up a cat rig.